Because when you read about Iran, on one side you read about Iranian government, Iranian official discourse, radical Islam, and on the other side, what you read about Iran is about Iranian youngsters, the fact that they want to have parties, they have new sexual behaviors, they are rebels, they are bloggers, they are number 2 on the internet, in the chat rooms and in contacts with others, and they want to open up. So some kind of a dialectic between closing down and opening up, you know. And I think the future of Iran is in this battle between the two, in this confrontation between the two, and somehow there's going to be a result in that, and hopefully I hope that it's not going to go towards violence, but somehow it will be solved in a non-violent way. I mean, and mainly these Iranian young people who are full of energy and very dynamic, and many of them, 5 million of them living outside Iran, they can come back and they can build a new country. It has lasted for 30 years, actually, but of course it cannot last forever. But, you know, it depends, because in Iran we have the extreme side of cultural schizophrenia, because countries like Japan or India, they have this schizophrenia also, because they are half traditional, half modern. But in Iran, in the case of Iran, because there is a confrontation, direct confrontation, you have an extreme schizophrenia. In a case that people don't know how to deal with things, you know, and many young people get into drugs. We have a prostitution, not very high, but we have a prostitution. And on the other side, you're talking about a regime, and you're talking about a society which is a moralist society, which is putting forward a table of moralities and norms, and it's very normative. It has a very normative action. So I don't think that it could last long, but for the time being, since there are no alternatives, it has lasted like that. It's kind of a malefic coexistence. It's kind of a very sick coexistence between the two. Because the two, they don't understand each other, and the two sides, they somehow are not complementary, but they are, as I said, they're confronting each other. Even if it's the Iran itself, it's not a black society, and you cannot have a black image of Iran generally, but there is confrontation between the two sides. So the schizophrenia becomes very extreme, and hopefully I think that at some point maybe things could be solved, if things are solved politically or socially.